So as we've been saying for a long time now, control of the House will likely come down to California and New York. And at this point, NBC News has called every House race in New York. And Democrats flipped three seats blue. In New York's 18th congressional district, Congressman Pat Ryan, who won his reelection by more than 13 points, has this to say about his very swingy state. He lays out just how he won in a thread on X saying, quote, "I've made clear over and over again to my constituents that I fight for them and against anyone who would do them harm, period, full stop." Congressman Pat Ryan of New York joins us now.
Congressman, good morning to you. Break that down for us. What does that actually look like in practice?
I think folks are so sick of the partisanship and the parties and just actually want someone who will show up, really listen. What challenges are you facing? And then deliver. And we got to be clear, not only who you're for, meaning as a representative, I am for my constituents, but who we're against. I mean, we have to make clear where this economic pressure, where this inequality is coming from, assign blame, and then work and fight against that to lower those costs.
Can I just ask you, Congressman, I think what I'm hearing from you is it's a question of almost being anti-corporatist instead of being anti-Republican. Is that right? Is there another example you would point to? Help make sure I understand this.
Yeah, in those remarks that I put out, we have to reject, if we're talking moderate, if we're talking progressive, we are missing the point. It's about, are you for me? As an American, as a constituent, as a human being working to feed my family and keep a roof over my head. And once we start talking in the partisan bickering back and forth and assigning blame there, you just lose people and they check out. And it's about speaking to their real lived pain and pressure. The biggest issue in my campaign was a battle against a local utility monopoly that had ripped off thousands of people. And we helped get $60 million back into constituents' hands. That's what we need to be talking about, not getting into the bickering and the back and forth.
So you have a very interesting dynamic because in the traditional parlance, so a state like New York, blue state, right? Republican, and I know back in the day, just trying to grab a little piece of New York for Republicans was like, oh, baby, no. But times have changed, Congressman, as we note from NBC's story talking about this realignment by Donald Trump and the political map, noting results so far show Trump winning more than 27% of the vote in the Bronx, shrinking his margin of defeat there significantly. It was the best result for a Republican presidential candidate in the borough in 40 years. You also have Bloomberg noting Trump's vote share in New York is the highest for the GOP candidates.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a heated topic that's lighting up the political landscape. Just today, we witnessed a significant shift as Democrats clinched key victories in the House of Representatives, and let me tell you, former President Donald Trump is not happy about it. So, grab your popcorn, because we're breaking it all down right now. First off, let's talk about what exactly happened. In a series of recent elections, Democrats have made substantial gains in the House. This comes as a surprise to many, especially considering the challenging political climate. Polling data indicated a tight race, but the results show a clear Democratic advantage in several battleground districts. Analysts are attributing this shift to a number of factors, including voter turnout and key issues resonating with the electorate. But what does this mean for the future? Let's explore what these results could mean for both parties moving forward. Now, let's get to the juicy part, Trump's reaction. As the news broke, social media erupted with his thoughts. Trump expressed his frustration through a series of posts, calling out the Democrats and accusing them of stealing the election. He's known for his fiery rhetoric, but this time, it seems he's particularly incensed. He highlighted his own political endeavors and criticized the Democratic strategies, claiming that they misled voters. This has sparked discussions about his future in politics and whether he might make another run for office. What do you think? Is Trump's anger a sign of desperation, or does it signal something larger at play? With the Democrats gaining momentum, what does this mean for the Republican Party? The GOP is at a crossroads. Many party members are starting to question their alignment with Trump and his style of politics. Some analysts argue that this could lead to a shift in strategy for the GOP. They might need to reassess their messaging and focus on unifying the party. On the flip side, Trump's base remains loyal, and any attempt to distance from him could alienate a significant portion of the electorate. We'll also discuss how these election results could impact upcoming elections. Are we witnessing a potential shift in power dynamics? Let's take a closer look at the issues that drove voters to the polls. Key topics such as healthcare, the economy, and social justice have been pivotal. Democrats successfully framed these issues in a way that resonated with voters' immediate concerns. For example, healthcare has been a hot-button issue, especially post-pandemic. Many voters expressed dissatisfaction with the current state of healthcare and were drawn to the Democratic agenda promising reform. Additionally, social justice movements have significantly influenced voter sentiment. The Democratic messaging around these topics seemed to hit home for many constituents, allowing them to connect emotionally with the candidates. So, what does the future hold for the House of Representatives? With this new Democratic majority, we can expect some shifts in policy and legislative priorities. Issues like climate change, voting rights, and healthcare reform are likely to take center stage. However, the road ahead won't be easy. The Republicans are expected to push back hard against any Democratic initiatives. This could lead to a contentious atmosphere in Congress, with both sides battling over key legislation. How will this affect everyday Americans? It's crucial to stay informed and engaged as these developments unfold. Now, let's turn our attention to public reaction. Social media is buzzing with opinions, memes, and reactions to the election results and Trump's response. While some are celebrating the Democratic wins, others are echoing Trump's sentiments of frustration. We're seeing a mix of support for the Democrats among young voters, while older demographics might still lean towards traditional Republican values. This generational divide could play a significant role in shaping future elections. What's your take? Are you celebrating the Democratic wins, or do you align more with Trump's frustration? To get a clearer picture, we reached out to several political analysts to share their insights on the recent elections. Many agree that the Democratic strategy of focusing on grassroots mobilization paid off. They also highlighted the importance of understanding voters' concerns and adapting to the changing political landscape. Some analysts caution that Trump's influence is still strong and that the GOP must find a way to harness that energy while appealing to a broader audience. We'll share clips from these experts and their predictions for the upcoming political climate. As we wrap up, it's clear that today's election results have set the stage for a new chapter in American politics. Trump's fury is palpable, but it also opens up discussions about the future direction of the Republican Party and the implications for national policy. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this story and provide updates on how these developments will unfold. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. Thanks for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the Democrats' victories and Trump's reaction? We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay informed and engaged.